The book of Job may be the most uncomfortable story in the entire Hebrew Bible. It asks a question that religion has struggled with for 3,000 years. Why do good people suffer? And the answer it gives is not what anyone expects. It does not comfort. It does not explain. It does something far more profound. It begins in heaven. Job lived in the land of Uz. He was described in the text as blameless and upright. He feared God and turned away from evil. He had 10 children, enormous flocks, vast land. He was the greatest man in the East. And every morning, he offered burnt offerings for his children, just in case they had sinned without knowing it. He was careful. He was faithful. He had done everything right. In the heavenly court, God pointed to Job as his finest creation. The accuser challenged him. Of course Job is faithful. You have built a hedge around him. Protect him from everything. But if you touch what he has, he will curse you to your face. God accepted the challenge. The hedge came down. And in a single day, 4 messengers arrived at Job's door, one after another, each with worse news than the last. His oxen and donkeys were stolen, his servants killed. His sheep were struck by fire from the sky, more servants dead, his camels raided by enemies. And then, the last messenger, your sons and daughters were feasting in their house when a great wind struck all 4 corners. The roof collapsed, all 10 children dead. In a single day, Job tore his robe, he shaved his head, he fell on the ground, and then, in one of the most extraordinary lines in all of Scripture, he said, "Naked I came from my mother's womb. Naked I shall return. The Lord gives, the Lord takes away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." In all of this, Job did not sin. He did not accuse God of wrongdoing. But the accuser was not satisfied. He returned to the heavenly court and argued, "A man will give everything for his life. Strike his body, then he will curse you, and God permitted it." Painful sores covered Job from his feet to the crown of his head. He sat in ashes. He scraped himself with broken pottery. His wife came to him and said, "Do you still hold on to your integrity? Curse God and die." He rebuked her. 3 of his friends came to mourn with him. They sat in silence for 7 days, the most honest thing they did. Then they began to speak, and they made the oldest theological error ever recorded. They assumed that because Job was suffering, he must have sinned. Job refused to confess to a sin he had not committed. He argued back, chapter after chapter. He challenged God directly. "I want to present my case before you. I have done nothing wrong. I want an answer." He did not give up. He did not pretend. He demanded to be heard. And then the whirlwind came. God answered Job out of the whirlwind, not with an apology, not with an explanation, with a series of questions. "Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Have you entered into the springs of the sea? Can you bind the chains of the Pleiades? Who shut up the sea with doors when it burst out from the womb?" Not accusation, not punishment, but an invitation to see the scale of existence. Job's response was not defeat, it was awe. He said, "I had heard of you by the hearing of the ear, but now my eyes see you." The book of Job teaches what no comfortable theology will say. Sometimes the righteous suffer, and sometimes the answer is not given, but a presence is. And 3,000 years of readers have found, somehow, that it is enough. Subscribe for more ancient stories that carry timeless wisdom.